Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Magnetic Entrepreneur Podcast. My name is Della. Here we explore extraordinary individuals who, through living their passion and purpose, help other people and the world every single day. One such extraordinary individual is Alka Sharma. Alka is a trendsetter in the fitness world with her unique approach to healthy lifestyle. Alka's life experience and her struggles with weight and self-confidence and self-esteem put her in a unique position to help other women every day. Among other things, Alka is a professional Latin and ballroom dancer who has also competed internationally and locally. I find that very, very amazing, Alka. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome, Alka Sharma, to the Magnetic Entrepreneur Podcast. Happy to have you here today.
Thank you so much, Della, for that very kind introduction. It's an honor and a privilege to be on your podcast today.
Thank you so much for taking the time. The world is a blessed place for having people like you who have lived their struggles and have learned experiences and are willing to share those experiences with the rest of us so that we don't have to suffer as much. I find that that is a superpower.
That is, exactly.
And that makes you a superhero, Alka.
She-hero.
There you go. There you go. So can we start first by visiting your experience in the past, the challenges that we spoke about. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So in my formative years, I had a lot of struggles, and one of those struggles was a weight challenge, and I struggled with that. It was just on and off. But there was and because of the body image, and I was, there was a lot of self-confidence issues that came, self-esteem, that I was very introverted, and I just was in my shell. And so because of that, I did not want to socialize because of my body image and how I looked and how I felt. And most importantly, is how a person feels. So because of my, it led me to be in my shell. I was an introvert, that I wanted a way out. I wanted a way so that I can really learn and change my life. Mm-hmm. And through the process of then walking into a gym, and then I walked into a gym, and a part of me said, no, wait a minute, I don't fit here because there are all these fit body people. But then a part of me said, Alka, you did say you wanted to change your life. Mm-hmm. So then I listened to that voice, and I just persevered. And through one aspect of training, and as I began to train, I was feeling great. I was feeling confident. My confidence came. And then I said, you know what? I look good now, and I feel good, and I want to do something else. And that something else, in terms of training, led to the world of Latin ballroom dancing. Then I began to train for that. Then my life just changed.
Yeah. So you can't be a ballroom and Latin dancer and not be fit. Like, I've never seen one.
Well, yes, exactly. You can't be a Latin ballroom dancer and be an introvert. So then I had to change my mindset, and through the process, because everything is a process of health. Mm-hmm. When we want to have that physical transition, it is a mindset, as we know. So then I began to change every aspect of me and who I wanted to become in the process. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then, when I trained for Latin dancing, ballroom dancing, and it was so much fun that I began, Della, to find me, the person that was lost for a long time.
Where was she? Where was that person?
It was in England. I grew up in England, mm-hmm. London, England. Yes.
So you say that person was lost, but like, because I see that happen a lot of times. Can you explain a little bit more about being lost, that feeling of being lost? Like, It's just so
Right. Yeah. So being lost was because of the body image that I had. And it was my perception and how people were perceiving me and how they were looking at me that led me to go to just be in my shell, because that's all I knew. I was very sheltered as a child. I didn't explore much. So exploring in the sense of whether it came to friendships, I did not explore. And I just remained there. And so when dancing came, so when I say lost, it is actually emotionally being lost.
yes.
Emotionally, I was a wreck because I was bullied. As a child, I was bullied, and I did not love going to school. I absolutely hated going to school because of bullying. I was bullied day in and day out. And that then led me into my shell. And so it was like I was shell shocked. And so being sheltered at home, being sheltered, being bullied at school, my outlook and my perception, if I were to describe in colors, it was gray. It was dark.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I didn't like myself at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was shell shocked, I was withdrawn. Life just took a whole different meaning then when I found dance. So whether dance found me or I found dance, it was a fun aspect of my life that I just didn't want it to stop.
Yeah. And things happen for a reason, right? When you start looking is when all these different things show up in your life. I totally believe that. So what brought you to Canada, Alka?
So it was that transition in life. I got married. I got married in London, and then I moved to Canada. So, and then my kids were born. So I have two kids, two beautiful kids. So I've been here now for 26 years. I love my life, and I love the fact that through the whole process, through the whole journey of my life and the experiences that I've had along the way has really led me to be the woman, has really led me to where I am today as a successful entrepreneur in my own right, having, I have a beautiful studio that really empowers other women. And that's what it's all about too. So my journey is about how I felt empowered through dancing. Dancing gave me the empowerment. And then at the studio, that's exactly what we do. We empower women to take control of their health and fitness. So at the studio is a non-judgmental zone. So it doesn't matter your shape, doesn't matter your size. We embrace you. We welcome you, because I know how I felt when I first walked into a gym.
Oh, that's so important to have this power, this kind of power of knowing. Yes, I've walked in your shoes before. I understand. So I want to ask you, what makes your studio stand apart from all these other places? What makes it so unique?
So because we are a boutique lifestyle fitness studio, a boutique studio, and I wanted to be a boutique studio. And the reason why I chose a boutique style, because I wanted to be an intimate setting. I wanted to be where women can just come and have fun. Women can just embrace themselves. So it doesn't matter your shape, doesn't matter your size. I wanted to be a place that any woman can come in and just really enjoy themselves, because we're going to be with you on your fitness journey. So you're not alone. And so that's why I chose a boutique style, because a boutique style is very different. It's very niche. And so for me, why we are different, because we have like customized programs that we tailor for you. So we have customized tailored programs for your individual needs. We have caring instructors who really come around and make sure your form is correct. So I have trained my staff how, we are to be with clients, and, it's absolutely wonderful. And clients love it. They love the community aspect. So that's another thing. There is a community aspect that, people just want to come, they just want to hang out, and it's just really wonderful. So these are three main points how my studio really sets apart from the other gyms out there, is that sense of a community feeling. And
Gotcha.
people thrive on that, yes. And people do thrive on that, having a sense of community, a sense of belonging, that they feel they want to come every time.
So you also mentioned that you have trained your instructors to really show people if they're having the proper form, because that's really important. But so that means that your class sizes must be small for you to be able to accomplish that, which is unique in its own way, right?
Exactly. So it's smaller class sizes and personal training. So it's like personal training, but a fraction of the cost of a personal
Yes.
trainer.
Yes.
And so smaller class size is more intimate. And that was my whole vision when I had the vision of a studio, was to be that smaller class size, so that a woman can just come and just feel really comfortable and enjoy the process of the fitness journey with us.
Ah, perfect. So you must have unbelievable stories about people who've changed their lives, and they're just so thankful that they've started this journey, right?
Oh, yes.
Does one come to you in particular?
Yes, it does. She was wonderful. And Sarah, she's been with us for 2 years now. And she would come, the first time she came, she lacked energy. She lacked confidence. She was, feeling lethargic, and she didn't sleep well. So, I sat down with her and we went through what's her lifestyle history. Then we always give the client a customized plan of action. So when they come in, they're ready to, start the workout. So when Sarah came in, I noticed within a month, she was toned. Her energy was increased. Her vitality increased. She was toned, and she had energy. And she would say, "Alka, I want to do another class." Well, oh, wow, okay. So I noticed in Sarah, in that first month of just joining with us, that she improved. And then obviously in the course of time, she lost inches, and then she just began to really she felt empowered to really take on and do more classes. She would come every day. But then the difference, as we know, is that she brought a protein shake with her. So that she already had a mindset changed. She had the discipline that after a workout, she had a protein shake. But so it was that wonderful transition that I noticed in Sarah that is truly quite remarkable. She was dedicated.
Wow. And then what happens is everything else as a result of you feeling better improves, right?
Yes.
You must see that a lot. People's demeanor changes. Maybe they even make big changes in their lives. Maybe they get better jobs. Maybe they they try new things because they have the confidence to do it. It's
Absolutely. Oh, it's amazing. It's absolutely, it's amazing when you begin to just change your mindset, everything shifts. And once you begin to change your mindset and in your workouts, so say for example, TRX. And there's another client recently who just joined us about a year ago, and she has just got amazing energy that she just comes and she does all the classes. She comes every single day. And she is really enjoying because of the camaraderie there is at the studio. She's enjoying because of the community feeling there is. And because of that, she's really challenging herself to do more classes. And I tell a wonderful story is that she now wants to do a handstand. So because of her, now other clients are following her and saying, "Okay, you know what? Teach me. I want to do a handstand." So it's just amazing how there's a shift in your energy in your body, the mechanisms that happens, right? And your mindset.
Oh, it's great. It's great. Where do you see us as a society when it comes to fitness and healthy living?
Oh, wow. Well, the way things are going right now, because, we're hitting with COVID, and even at this time, And with the increase in obesity, as we know, that's really prevalent, even amongst teens. And now that we're in COVID, it's very important. And I always share with my clients, and I've been sharing them tips through since March about boosting your immune system to really staying active. There's movement that needs to come in. So whether you're, some people in their homes, they do have a treadmill, they do have a bike. So use that time. So whether you don't have the time in the morning's actually the best. So you have the rest of the day to really be productive. So I've always been sharing my clients how to boost your immune system, staying eating great and rich foods, but also staying fit. So I feel as a society, we still need to maintain and having the knowledge of healthy eating and nourishing our souls is very important at this time. And exercises that we need to implement, and the ones that I would recommend is body weight workouts, because even though you may not in your homes have a treadmill, any kind of machines, any equipment, body weight workouts is absolutely my favorite. And I've been sharing that with my clients and sharing with people in general that, just have time to just 30 minutes. If you don't have time to do an hour, that's fine. But as long as you have some kind of regimen, and when you start with one regimen, that's just going to implode, and then you will just want to do an hour's workout.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fantastic. So I feel as a society, there is still a lot of learning that people still need to know about healthy eating and what is health and what is, nutrition, like eating on time is very important. And what are the foods that we really need to implement to have a healthy body and a healthy mind. So yeah. I feel it's just a knowledge that people need to be aware of.
Yes. So in your opinion, Alka, why do people start a regiment? That's why you see all these people going to the gym, they sign up for a gym membership, and then they stop after 2 weeks. What is happening there? That's really quite astonishing to me. Why do we not stick to something like that?
So I've had people, they've come to the gym, and, initially, yes, they liked it. They liked everything about the studio. They loved the classes and everything that we have. And so they came just twice. But why I feel people just don't stick, whether it's in the corporate gyms, whether it's, anywhere else, why is it that people just don't stick? Because it is the mindset. They feel that, there's that blockage. And I'm an example of that too. When I, first just walked in the gym, and there was a part of me that said, okay, you know what? Yes, I want to, but then there was part of me that said, okay, no, I don't fit here. So I feel that with people, it is a mindset. Is just saying, I really don't belong here. There's so many excuses, and it comes down to what are you actually saying to yourself, that you're sabotaging your own goals. So if you keep saying too many times, oh, I don't think I can achieve this. Oh, I don't think I can really fit here. Well, hello, if you keep saying that to yourself, no, you don't think you can fit here, you don't think you can achieve any results, well, you won't. And so basically, reverse engineer, they've already done that to themselves. They've just reverse engineered and said, well, you know what, I just don't fit here. So you know what, I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to bother showing up. And so that is my feeling, is the mindset. Your mind always plays tricks on us, as we know that, oh no, you can't do this. Oh no. So we always have this mind chatter, and people are doing that. They're actually sabotaging themselves, not knowing what they are doing, but it's in their actions. So your mind controls your actions. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what it is. They don't commit. They can't commit because of your mindset, what your mind is saying. And as we know, your mind is really powerful. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what it is. They come in 2 days, 3 days max. Why is it that they leave? They don't show up. is because they have a hard time committing to what they initially set out for. They have a hard time committing to exactly what they see in reality. And if they can't really see that, then they're not going to pursue sort of coming back to the gym.
Yes. So how do we change that? Any magic wand?
Well, I wish I had a magic wand. I wish I had a magic wand to say, you know what, oh, I will give you this and, you know, come back. But, you know, people, it's human nature.
Mm-hmm.
It is human nature to, like, you know, just do, it's human nature to actually not want to stick to anything for too long because it's too good. It's too good to be true. And I've experienced this. It's too good to be true that I don't know if this is really what I really want. And because they already have reverse engineered themselves without knowing. And that's the key point, Della, is that they don't even know what they're doing, but they're already doing it in their actions. So if something is too good to be true, you're not going to commit to doing that. So whether it's in any aspect, it doesn't have to be fitness, it doesn't have to be, it could be with any aspect of your life. When something is too good, when you find, okay, I don't think really I'm going to get that result. Is that how I'm going to look like? So when people are just talking like that, they're already like self-sabotage because, you know, realistically, they don't believe that they are capable of achieving a physical transformation. They are not capable of achieving things in life. And then, you know, one thing leads to another. And your life just kind of spirals because there is so many of, you know, you're saying all the time, oh, no, I don't think I can do this. Oh, no, I don't think I can have this. Well, then, you know, they've already sabotaged. So indirectly, they're just sabotaging themselves, but without realizing what they're doing.
So what do you suggest then? Okay, let's say, how did you do it? How did you stick to this?
Mindset. So it comes to your mindset, and it comes to discipline. So discipline and mindset go hand in hand. So for me, when I first walked into the gym and I had the same things as these people are saying or doing, oh no, I don't think I can fit here because there's all these fit-bodied people. But I listened to my other voice that said, no, wait a minute, I wanted to change. I wanted to improve my life. I was looking for a way out to not being this person in this body that I was. So, you know, there comes a point that we have to listen to the other voice. And unfortunately, too many people are listening to the external voices and not in themselves. So the external voices are your society, is religion, is, you know, teachers, and saying, you know, when they put kids down, they are saying, and we listen to that. But rather than listening into ourselves and saying, wait a minute, do we not want to change ourselves? Do we not want to have the life that we truly desire? So for me, that's what it was. I listened to the other voice and say, no, I wanted a change. I wanted a way out and not be in the body that I was in. I wanted to have fun and learn how to do that. So in the process of learning how to do that, to change my life, I began to change other aspects of my life. And then I found other things, which was in dancing, that led me to greater joy and competition. Competition was a huge part of my life because, again, the world of dance is a very small community, and I was meeting people, I was meeting friends because it was always this circuit that we was doing. And so, but unless we don't change our mindset, unless we don't begin to have the discipline, we cannot have, we will never know about these other opportunities that are just out there. Yeah. So the discipline and the changing your mindset is huge. So what I love is once you begin to change your mindset, you begin to change your life. And I always stick with that.
It's true. It's so true. I agree with you. What's a couple of tricks that you can share with people, so that they can, maybe just to start? There's some person out there who's watching this podcast and thinking, oh gosh, I really need to like start doing something, right? What's a couple of tricks? What's a couple of, tools, hacks
Right.
that you can just get them going, get them started?
Absolutely. And so you know what? So what I really love is biohacking your mind. And what do I mean by biohacking? So biohacking is actually reverse engineering your consciousness. And so when we look at a deeper level, so basically what I'm trying to say to your viewers is that just learn and just do what you set out to do. So the tools that I would recommend is actually, like it says, just do it. So if your goal is to have the physical transformation, then you just need to just go to the nearest gym and sign up for the membership and say to yourself as you're driving, as you're walking to that gym, is I want to change my mind. I want to change my mind to have a beautiful physical transformation. Once you say those affirmations, automatically you are reprogramming your mind and committing to your goals. So it's not a trick. It's actually a tool that I have used. It's actually a tool to really set your mind so that you are geared. So when we talk about consciousness, it's actually elevating to how your body is, your brain and your body are connected, and so what they are saying to each other. So I would just say, if your goal is a physical transformation, find a gym and just commit yourself, sign up, because when you sign up, then you are likely to commit.
Mm-hmm.
So, but also is, I know I just talked about it, some people just don't want to commit, but then also is reaffirming that this is what you really want,
Mm-hmm.
and sticking with that. Stick to it actually for about a month, because that's where the true transformation comes. Between 4 to 6 weeks is actually when you begin to notice the transformation physically. So I will suggest is to committing and sticking to your goals. That's the most important thing, is sticking to your goals.
So also it's very important. I mean, you found dance and you thoroughly enjoyed it, and that kind of motivated you to stay on that. And for a lot of people, it's different things. So sometimes, we get so intimidated by the machines in the gym, or by a certain class in the gym, right? So just knowing that, okay, so I don't just have to do these things, I can do something else, finding that one thing that gives you a little bit of pleasure, right? That's it sounds like that's really important.
Absolutely. I mean, whether it's group classes, whether it's any kind of equipment, just have fun. So whether you enjoy the elliptical, whether it's the bike, whether it's a treadmill, just devote time to that. Stick to that for about a month, and you will notice. And at the same time, whilst you're sticking to your goals and you're sticking to having a routine, having a regimen, so that's important too. So another tool is having a regimen that you look forward to. Because when you look forward to any kind of workout that you're doing, any kind of group class, for example, you will come every day because A, you love the instructor, B, you love the classes, and C, you love the environment of that studio, that gym.
Yeah.
So those are the key factors that will make a person want to come. So the instructor, like yourself, who's really energetic, you would want to come over and over. And people, they do that, right? They go to any class and they just absolutely because of the instructor. But also it is, so I will suggest having a regime, having a regimen that you absolutely love. Stick to that and you will find huge benefits.
And when you start seeing the results, the little things, like how you're getting a little bit stronger, and a little bit stronger and a little bit stronger. Maybe you feel less pain, right? That these are all good signs, because we are moving towards a healthy body.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't really sort of work out and do well if you're suffering aches and pains.
Yeah.
So you want to address those first. Yes.
Yeah. I want to ask you, Alka, who is your biggest inspiration in this journey?
Who was my biggest inspiration? I would say Jillian Michaels. And the reason why Jillian Michaels comes to my mind is because she is a woman who's inspirational. She's empowerment. She is empowered. And everything that she is who I wanted to emulate, because she has a drive, she has a tenacity. And so for me, when I had the vision of my studio, I was emulating. I wanted to. It was actually Jillian Michaels who, because of that. I mean, for me, being in the space of that I'm in, having the drive, having the tenacity to not give up, because owning a studio, it's not that easy. And as an entrepreneur, we know that what we face. And for me, there were so many roadblocks and challenges along the way, but I didn't give up. And you don't give up when you know your goals and your dreams is to, have the studio, but then to help other women, to help other people to reach their goals and be inspired, to have the inspirations for them. I didn't give up. So the drive and tenacity just drove me to, this was my place. And, so that just kept me going, having the drive and the tenacity to not give up. And she doesn't.
Yeah. No, amazing. And you said it. Being an entrepreneur is not easy, right? But you've done it. You've been in this business now for the past 3 years. Yes.
Yes.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Where would you like to be ideally in 5 years?
Myself with the studio, with the studio.
The studio, yourself, yeah, whatever you
right.
want.
So in terms of the studio, I see myself having multiple locations. I see myself also expanding internationally. I see myself also really having a great community. And the bottom line is having a community of people that really love Alkas Total Fitness, because they feel the sense of a community feeling. They love the instructors. They love everything that, I stand for. That'd be my dream, to really have that happen, and to really build that base. So the community, they just feel loved. They feel the joy. They feel really empowered in themselves to really do other things and just keep on going. So for me, so that's for the business. And for myself, what I feel is that I'm just doing a lot of work on a global level.
What does that look like?
So what that looks like is I'm working with this other mentor that I'm working, my global initiative is actually the Love Your Fitness campaign. And that's very dear to me, because fitness is very dear to me. And it helps me to empower other women, girls around the world to really reclaim back their health, really reclaim back their power that we all have inside of us, but we just don't know how to bring that out. So I love this mission that I'm on. And so my mission on a personal level is actually to really see myself on a global level, to really expand into so many different countries, touching lives, touching hearts to so many women and girls.
That's
through
awesome.
my Love Your Fitness.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Alka, how did you meet Robert J. Moore?
Through the Magnetic Entrepreneur. Yes, sorry, through the Guinness World Records.
Oh, okay, yeah,
The Guinness,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, the Guinness. Okay.
The Guinness World Records,
So
and
you are a Guinness World Record certificate holder.
yes,
Ah!
yes.
That's big.
And so meeting Robert was just, was quite phenomenal. And he's an amazing, amazing gentleman. And he was, it was a real pleasure meeting him there. And so we just got talking, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Alka, what is it you want people to know about fitness in general, or about your business, about working with you?
So what I want people to know is that fitness is a journey, is not a destination. So once we have one goal, and so that goal may be to to lose weight, that goal is to physically have that physical transformation. We must never settle for that. Some people may then want to up level and do a marathon. So that running a marathon is a different form of training. So fitness is a journey. We always keep on going and achieving other roles that we want to do. So it's a journey, it's never a destination. So that's one thing. I feel that what I want your viewers to know is that Alkas Total Fitness is a studio that is designed for women. We are a non-judgmental zone. So we don't judge you based on your size, your shape. And in order, we welcome you and embrace you, because we are a team. You and I, we are a team. We help you, and we are here for you on your fitness journey. So never feel that you are alone. And I always tell my clients that, you are never alone, because we are here with you on your fitness journey. So that's what I want your viewers to know, is that Alkas Total Fitness Studio is a studio where it's a community feeling. And I take pride in that, because people need to be, it's an intimate setting. So people need to be safe. People need to feel that they belong. And so based on my journey, I know what that feels like. So I just want your viewers to know that, we welcome you and we embrace you, because we are beautiful inside and out.
Well, you're beautiful inside and out.
Oh, thank you.
You are. This is very inspiring. What does fitness mean to you?
What fitness means to me is that, how are we living? So living is in the sense of, are we getting movement throughout the day? Because if we're not getting movement, then that means our body is saying something different. So our mind and the body is connected, and we must always pay attention to what your body is really saying. So when we just talked about, aches and pains, that's probably a sign. So if, for example, say that, you've had back pain. Now, back pain could be a shift in other areas of your body. So your hip, for example, or if you have hip pain, that's another example that it sort of comes from your knee. So every aspect of your body, the mechanics of your body, and that's really your body's really quite fascinating, is so we must always pay attention to what our body is saying. So for me, fitness is all about the healthy living, and healthy living comes from eating your right foods that are nourishing for your soul, and foods that are going to help you really help you to lose weight, but also feeling nourished at the same time. So these are foods that cleansing foods, so eating the right kinds of foods, also that's nourishing but wholesome at the same time, and then paying attention to your body as a whole. So if you feel pain on any other aspect, like your knees, that's going to affect your hips. Your hips, if you feel pain there, it's going to affect your back. So just pay attention and be aware. And I find fitness is all about being awareness, having the awareness of where the pain is coming from, but also having the awareness of how your body feels. So feeling in the sense of, are you acknowledging? So feeling comes from self-care. Feeling comes from meditation. How is your body feeling? And I think internally we have to pay attention. So what I feel, Della, is not just looking at ourselves on the physical realm, but also looking at ourselves on the internal.
Mm-hmm.
How is your body talking to us? How is your body feeling? So how we can combat that is to be in, having the self-care and having the stillness of mind, because once we begin to control the stillness of your mind, so through meditation, and as we know, through mindfulness meditation especially, it is huge what mindfulness meditation can do for you.
Mm-hmm.
So fitness is it's a broad spectrum that, really comes from not just looking at us on the physical realm, but as a whole. So mentally, emotionally, spiritually, are you connected?
Cool. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. When you are paying attention to your own fitness, as you described it, your physical, your mental, your emotional, it puts you in a better place in life. And as a result, everyone who is around you benefits, don't they?
Yes.
How is that?
Well, exactly. Because when you feel good, and like my routine, like when I have a regimen, and I stick to that. So once I'm sticking to my regime, I feel good, and you begin to feel good once you stick to a routine. That is amazing, because you're releasing the endorphins, and so automatically you're going to feel great about yourself, because you've released the endorphins, you've released all the hormones that are the cortisol, so there's no the stress hormones, so you released all of that, so you automatically feel vibrant, or you automatically are energized to take on anything else that's going to come in your day. So exercise, that's why it's really very important that first thing in the morning especially is very important, because your hormones are, you always want to keep your hormones in check. So first thing in the morning for women, your hormones are at a high. So you want to make sure that you get your workout in first thing in the morning. But, it doesn't matter. I know we all have busy lives, but just find time to work out. And so when you do begin to work out, you're going to feel so much better. Everything is, you're going to feel a glow on your face. You're going to feel more energized to take on anything else in the day. And you just feel more vibrant, but empowered at the same time. So that's what I just want to.
Yes, and you exude that energy
to yourself and people around you.
Yes.
But not so much, I wouldn't say, but it's more so you. As long as you know that you feel good, you're beginning to feel good, that's what that really matters, because at the end of the day, it's you who's taking the time and the effort to exercise. As long as you begin to feel good and you notice those changes, then that's good. I mean, people around you, yes, they will notice that.
And it makes it so much better for them, because when you're happier and healthier and more energetic, who doesn't want to be around someone like that, right? As opposed to when you have low energy, you're depressed and you're mad at yourself and you're grumpy and you're yelling at everybody.
Yes.
It makes a big difference.
Oh, it sure does. Yeah.
I know, because I used to be that person. So,
oh, you did?
Yes. Yeah. You're so right about everything you said. When you start taking care of yourself, you notice a big difference. So what would happen if people don't listen to this advice? I mean, we can talk till we're blue in the face, but honestly, right? So everybody has to take that decision for themselves. But really, what would happen if people are not careful as far as their health is concerned?
Well, we don't have a magic wand. We don't have a magic wand. It's up to individuals who want to. If you truly want to change your life, and so your life is a physical transformation, you will make a point and you will stick to that point of working out at least maximum is 3 times a week, but you, even if it's twice a week, you've made, that is a milestone. That is something to celebrate because you are doing something. You have some kind of movement coming in. So although I can't force you to do anything, and realistically we can't, so I could wave a wand and say, this is what I would like, but if you're not going to commit to that, you're not going to stick to that, then there's not much I can do. I mean, I'm here to help. I'm here to serve you, but you have to also be ready and willing to be able to make the changes in your life. So whether it's physical transformation, being fitness and health and fitness and well-being, you have to be the one to commit yourself to doing and making those changes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to be the one to do that. So
taking care of your body has so many benefits, right?
Yes.
We can't say that taking care of your body is going to make you live longer. No, because that's ultimately, realistically speaking, that's not really guaranteed. But taking care of your body allows you to live a healthier life while you are living.
Well, exactly, and I love that, and I love the word easy living, because easy living is, are you getting movement in throughout your day? So what do I mean? What do we mean by movement? So movement can be just going for a walk, exercise, just going for a walk. Low impact exercise is just going for a walk. And also easy living is how are you adapting your life to everyday stresses that some of us might have. So it's being still with nature, going for nature walks, being still, just sitting beside a waterfall, lake, pond. That's my go-to. If I just want to I've had I don't always have a stressful day. My days are really great. But if I do that one time, my go-to, and I would recommend this, is find what channels you. And for me, it is actually sitting by water, because I love waterfall, I love a lake, I love the pond. But just sitting and just be still and just be present is a beautiful thing. And then once you begin to do that, oh my gosh, your whole day, you're going to have a whole shift in your life and in your day. And most importantly, that's what's important, is having a shift in your day that is going to allow you to be productive. There's no way it cannot be productive. But once you channel and learn how to calm your mind, the stillness of your mind, whether it's anything, meditation, the mindfulness meditation, sitting by a waterfall, is anything, just find whatever works for you and just do that. So that is a movement, and that is easy living, because it allows you to really implement every tool and aspect that's going to improve your life.
Yes. Thank you so much for all of this, Alka. I think
welcome.
I think that more and more people are becoming aware of the benefits of movement, and you're so right to give it that term, moving more, because it doesn't have to be called exercise. It can just be called moving.
Yes.
And that affects us in so many different ways.
Definitely, yes.
Thank you for talking about this. And we need to be talking about this.
Absolutely, because I mean, especially that, we know that obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure is not just amongst adults, but obesity in general is amongst teens. And it's up to us as adults to really educate our teens as well to eating right, to making the healthy food choices and not just sit, in front of the television as a couch
you
potato,
took
because
that right
yeah,
out of my head.
but it's so true, right?
Yeah.
They're sitting on television, they're eating just chips. So we need to educate not just ourselves as adults, but also our future generations to eating well and to exercise, and the importance of exercise.
Absolutely. Good.
Yeah, because otherwise it's going to go down the spiral,
Oh,
and we don't
yeah.
want that.
No, we really don't want that. I heard someone said this is the first generation that is going to outlive their kids.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
Isn't that scary?
That is scary, yes.
So to me, that's urgent.
Mm-hmm. It's
And
urgency.
yeah, you said it. We spend so much time in front of the TV, binge watching show after show after show after show, but that's a lot of people like watching TV. So, what do you have a suggestion for people who like to watch their shows? How can they implement exercise or movement
Mm-hmm.
and still enjoy their beloved shows?
Exactly. I mean, I'm not saying don't watch your shows, because I have my favorites. You can watch your shows, but just make sure, like, say for example, and so to your viewers, like for example, at night. Now it depends what time people have their dinner. So if, say for example, you have your dinner, say 8 p.m., and then you might want to watch, and you're sitting down and you're watching television. So that's already like 10 p.m. It's not a good idea then to have another snack. And especially then if you keep sitting and you don't have any movement then coming in. So whether you don't have, like, say 20 minutes just to, if you have a treadmill of any kind of equipment in your home, then you're not utilizing that time to have exercising before you go to bed. So what I would recommend is, if you have dinner at 8 p.m., is watch television, but then in that hour, so it's 9 p.m., is to just exercise. Just go downstairs and do a body weight exercise. That is my favorite. So body weight exercise. So for example, so if you want to burn off what you just ate, so I would recommend doing a body weight workout. So you could do, say, jump lunge into push-up. So for those who are like intermediate in terms of your fitness, so for beginners, you could just, if you want to have movement coming in, you could just start off with just doing, like, on a bench. You might have a bench or a mat, and you could just do like a bicep curl. You could just do a plank, but have any kind of movement that's coming in, and then just don't go to bed after just watching television and having dinner. So that will be a no-no. So if you are, it's just to make those small kind of changes that will really help you. Because so after dinner, and once we just sit there in front of the television, you're going to store more fat. So that is a point that, just be aware of, and just pay attention to that. Just don't eat dinner late. And then if you do have dinner a little bit late, it's like 8 p.m., is to just have any kind of movement coming in.
Awesome. Okay, that's great. That's great. So, Alka, how can people reach you, please?
So you can reach me, you can just go on my website, alkastotalfitness.com, or you can connect with me on Facebook. You can friend request me, or we have on Instagram, Alkas Total Fitness Studio. And so there are many different ways. I would love to help you. Look forward to connecting with you and to see how I can be of service to you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Alka. It was a pleasure speaking with you. It was a pleasure getting to know you. You have so much energy, and I can just tell that you love what you're doing. It's your passion, And through that, you're helping so many people live better lives.
Mm-hmm.
And that, my friend, is amazing. Thank you
thank
so
you.
much. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Della. It's been an amazing just to be on your show and just gotten to know you and chatting with you. It's been really wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Same here. And for those who've tuned in, I want to thank you as well. This has been another episode of the Magnetic Entrepreneur Podcast. And my name is Della. Be well. Bye, Alka.
Okay, bye, Della.